shut it down again. He will destroy this country.
Go!
Good morning. Welcome to FX Bootcamp. Forex.Today. Trader's Way. Everything. Forex.Today community is now 15,700 foreign exchange traders stationed around the world. Imagine that. 15,700. That could fill, I don't know, a small Western Canada hockey arena full of traders. That's pretty good. Hey, look, it's a lot of people. I don't know. It's a lot of people. 15,700. I think that's a lot of people. If you lined us all up, you're like, hey, what do you do? Forex. What do you do? Forex. What do you do? Forex. That's pretty good. 15,700. We get together this time of day as a community to discuss technical analysis, fundamental analysis, trader psychology, and anything else that you would like to cover. Let me also remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. How's the sound? Do we have high quality sound? Chicka, 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 Slim Shady. Hi, my name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a currency trader, so I can share my 2 decades, almost, not quite, I'm not that old, of currency trading experience, good and bad. Happy to share. The overriding goal is to teach you how to put together trade plans to help yourself predict the future. Some of it is lagging indicators, some of it is leading indicators, some of it is economic analysis, some of it is qualified guesswork. But the thing is, once you have a bias, at least you can trade with some level of control, even if you're wrong or even if it's a guess. It's better than randomness. You cannot have random trading inside of a high variable market that seems random, because random times random is more random. So if you want consistent results, you're the one that's going to have to be consistent. Therefore, you need a bias. And even if your bias is based on guesswork, at least your bias is consistent. At least your guesswork is consistent. Cool. Yeah, it sounds good. The mic, right? I finally got all the mics set up. I had to install special software and all that kind of stuff. But if you can't hear me, I can't help you. Okay, so you got to be heard. I read somewhere you have to learn how to read so you can learn how to write. You need to learn how to write so that you can learn how to speak. And you have to learn how to speak so that people can hear you, listen to you, and maybe even follow you. When I tell my kids that, they're like, oh, Dad, you told us that our whole lives. Anyways. So ask questions, get involved, take notes, click the likey button. Just do it now. Subscribe, leave comments on recordings. And of course, join me in thanking Traders Way for being a part of our community. Traders Way is a broker. You're a foreign exchange trader. They're a foreign exchange broker. So there may be an opportunity for a symbiotic relationship. They're offering to actually execute your trades in the interbanking system. Doesn't sound like a big deal. That is a big deal. Small spreads, big swaps, customer service, class act. These are all good things, but think about it. They're trying to earn your loyalty and respect right now before even asking you for anything, which is way better than anything else. So there's no financial cost to be in this webinar today, but there is a cost. That cost is your obligation to visit tradersway.com, open up a demo account. Do it now, do it today. You must do it. Don't disappoint your mother. She raised you right. So do what's right. Tradersway.com. All right, so some of you caught the USD Mexican peso yesterday based on my presentation. How many people? Okay. Jean-Guy got the peso. An got the peso. Mikau? Emil? Mr. Button? Yeah, Richard, really? I missed it. I missed it. Let's see if it's still here. I missed it, Bob. I missed it. Look. I wanted this. Down, 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 up, up. No! No! I missed it. You're kidding me, huh? Yeah. Yeah, XX got it, you guys. And we did it last week. No kidding. That's early. Boy, that's early, Henry. But hey, if you got it, right? Good for you, man. So there you go. So yeah, good luck with that. Hope it works out. So I missed my flow trade, and yeah, look at that, 22.22222. Son of a. Anyways, I'll have to wait for the next. Wait for the next bus. Next bus to sell it at 22. Son of a. Happens though, huh? Gary's on it too. Everybody but me. Well, it seems I made a compelling presentation then, right? Okay. At least I made a compelling presentation. So there the peso at. Okay, anything else going on with this? USD ZAR still doing a trend, just moving beautifully as one would expect. Yeah, and I guess that's it, right? That's it. So everything's doing what you'd expect it to be doing. So good. Nice. So nothing really to report there. The flow trade has to do with this, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's a very particular time-based trade, where the other stuff is just macroeconomics. And the Mexican peso trade had nothing to do with macroeconomics. All right, so there's that. We can take a look at commodities, see if we got any changes. Gold still just kind of doing its thing, not much of anything, really. A little bit of up, but there's no real conviction. Bulls, I don't even know if bulls are on it. That's the issue, right? So it's working its way up. This is the trade plan we had 2 weeks ago, that there'd be an up, a down, and an up, or a down, up, down, up. And so far, plan A is still there, but plan A hasn't even been challenged yet, right? So whatever. I'd say nothing to report there. Same old, same old. Brent, we're trying to move up because of the Noki. And it's just not working out very beautifully. Although for bears, this is the most important sell. And then there's the follow-on. So this looks quite bearish to me, actually. Okay, bulls did what they did, but off of this, but it's not an ideal price. It's not the price that bulls wanted. Bulls will probably look for this now. So I'd say this one's dead on the bullish side. This is so powerful. This is the prime selling price. This is the secondary selling price, and somebody's selling both. Okay. So that kills the upward move, so that'll kill your Noki. And remember, we had Brent based on the Noki. So, yeah, could be better, bro. Could be better. Take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. And we were here yesterday. And this is the plan, if you recall. So it's still not working out. And that's what the message was yesterday. Yesterday wasn't beautiful, but it was not, right? It wasn't failing, which was, you know, it wasn't not working. I don't know. I tried my double negatives. I can't do it very well. Okay. It wasn't not working, I guess is what I'm saying. Colombia! There's a place I'd like to visit. I've heard great things about Colombia. So we did exotics and commodities. I guess we'll do some dollar pairs and then some yen pairs. Euro dollar. So I got this one. What do you think of my entry? What do you think of my entry? Sorry. I don't remember which one it was. I think I got pretty lucky, actually. It must have been this, and then gone. But anyways, no, it wasn't even that. No, this is just a coincidence. Hang on. I didn't do that, you know, an hour ago. Hang on. 15-minute chart. There we go. That makes more sense. All right, so I did one of these suckers. Okay. So anyways. Gonna say, like, I don't remember that. I'm like, what? What? Just an Asia fade type thing. Cool. Sniper for sure. No, it wasn't a sniper. It was just a swing. Nothing to it, boys. Nothing to it. Here's the one I missed on Monday. It's still there. It's a limit order. Gotta get it, Bo. Right? You gotta get them. Can't live on the stories of, I almost got the fish in the boat. Oh, he was on my hook. It was so good, but he got away. Nobody cares. Can't eat that. What is happening on Euro Aussie? I don't know. Flourish, you tell me. I don't watch Euro Aussie. Do-da. So anyways, we'll see that. USD kitty cat. A lot of consolidation. Remember, oil is not going its ways. Okay. Okay. And this is a tightening. Okay, be careful. Oh yeah, you guys follow your weekly job list? You guys care about that? All right, we can cover that if you want. That's a big thing for you?
You're listening to Trade the News.
All right, I got it running. Yeah, well, in the middle of a webinar is probably the wrong time for your due diligence. So let us focus on what we're doing here, all right? Okay. Yeah, I passed on this one, and I just have to wait for the next, I guess. Aussie more interesting, I think. This one this one I feel bad on because I missed it, and I don't know why. I think I talked myself out of it, and it's a little dangerous, I suppose. So I'm a little disappointed on this one. Yeah, I talked myself out, and that's that. So I'm way out of position now. I suppose that's not true, but I need a pullback. I screwed up on this one. I should be on it. Yep. Oh, yeah, don't don't email me. Why would you email me? Why would you email me? I'm not gonna give you an impartial point of view. Right? Yeah. If you're that concerned, I wouldn't be the right person to ask. All right. What else is going on? We got some Aussies and stuff. Aussie, we're consolidating. I'm worried about the right shoulder. It's not really a head and shoulders, but I don't know. I've talked myself out of these, and I don't know why. I don't know why I swallowed the fly. So I'm being patient. I guess it has to do with the filtering process of fundamentals. So if Australia is going to cut interest rates to 0.1, then this is going to weaken. But right now, this is about US dollars. So I don't know. I feel like I screwed up, but maybe maybe the future will say I didn't. So, anyways, not feeling good. I missed it. Okay, sitting here, Kiwi yen. Once again, New Zealand's thinking about going negative. Apparently, we don't care.
The Czech Republic is now in a second wave of coronavirus.
Okay, apparently we don't care. Okay.
Abbott saying he does not want to close the Czech economy anymore on COVID.
So, by the way, this is the buy right there. That's Sunday afternoon. I could have played the double bottom. It's actually the balance of the double bottom. I don't know. It's just I wasn't thinking of it. I wasn't feeling it. So I'm kind of disappointed. So maybe I buy the next round, right? Sort of like a venture capitalist. You missed the Series A. Well, I'll catch it on the Series B. It'll cost me a little, but I had to do what I had to do. So you got that one? That's great, man. Okay. Emmanuel says, will I consider Aussie dollar next week? I'll consider everything next week. Everything is on the table for next week. I'd love to try to get long on a small portfolio before the election and not pile everything on election night. Okay? Okay? So, kitty cat. Let's see what's going on kitty cat. I got to zoom in a little bit. Let's go to the hourly. I am long here, and I am long here. Hang on. Let's see if I can remember why. Why?
Well, von der Leyen EU Commission head saying that she wants de-escalation between Turkey and Cyprus and Greece.
This one I don't remember the other one. I'm sorry. I don't remember the other one. Don't remember it at all. You know, it must be a monthly. Hang on. Obviously, I didn't do it on this chart. Let's change this. Position bullish. So yeah, I was just playing. Just playing the weeklies and the monthlies together, I guess. Let's try it day trading. Day trading bullish. I don't remember the second trade. I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all. It's just kind of funny. It wasn't here. This, I can see this one. So I must have day traded it on top of a weekly swing. That makes tons of sense right there. This one up here, I don't recall it. Have I been on it for a long time? I don't know. Who cares? I don't see. I'm not. I don't do tricky things like that. I don't know. I don't remember it. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, I don't remember it at all. Cool. Well, anyways, we got some beautiful price action in the works. One of the things is it's slowing down. Yeah, one of it is slowing down, so you have to worry.
Bottom of the hour, our data, weekly initial tumbles claims expected at 850,000. Prior was 870,000. Continuing claims expected.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a good entry.
Down from 12.6.
I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I scalped the news. I just don't remember it.
Personal spending expected plus 0.8%. Real personal spending seen at 0.5%. PC deflator for August month-on-month expected 0.3%. Year-over-year seen 1.2%.
Oh, these are the front runs? Maybe that's what it was. It's weird.
4%. Let's get Canada building permits for August expected flat at 0.0%. Canada MLI leading indicator.
I've been doing like meetings at like 1:30 in the morning.
About half a minute.
So, you know, my brain is getting fuzzy. Oh. Your customer says, do you actually think the election night will be pivotal with all the reports with the mail-in? Yeah, absolutely, your customer. Without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Here we go.
837,000.
837.
50,000
Oh my God! Really? 837.
Claims. Canada building permits 1.7%.
837 versus 850 expected. Oh my God! That changes everything. Henrietta, sell the whole portfolio. Just dump it all and get out.
Income at minus 2.7%.
837.
0.2 lower than expected.
All right. So, anyways, there you go. There's your weekly jobless claims. PCE, personal income down a little bit.
Real consumer spending plus 0.7% is 0.2 higher than expected as well. PC deflators in line at 0.3%.
No surprises on PCE, although a little bit better, actually, a little bit positive if you had to pick one.
Just note on those jobless claims, the state of California issuing a recommendation of a 2-week pause as they work through a backlog and implement fraud prevention technology. Those numbers could be skewed there by the, or futures numbers, weekly numbers could be skewed by the 2-week pause in the state of California.
So tomorrow I'm going out racing BMWs again. Some M3s. So I got to do non-farm payrolls, and I got to head out to the racetrack in Hampton, Georgia. Place is massive. Holy crap, the place is big. You'd expect I'd be looking forward to it. I keep trying to remember. That's why I'm saying it out loud. I'm trying to remember I have to leave the office tomorrow. I have to go outside tomorrow. For sure. Yeah, well, I've done it before, folks show. All right, so anyways, we got some lift off on the yens. Again, the Aussie should have been on it, and I didn't. The Kiwi should have been on it, and I didn't. Pound, I just don't want the volatility. I just don't want the volatility of it. But the fact that it's climbing up now is a positive sign, I think. So I'm going to throw down a price action pivot points. And you can see, we got a bit of lift off on top of support. Okay. If it stays bullish, nothing here really indicates it will, but we're looking at 134.62 as our bottom. Therefore, the top is 144.29. So it's 1,000 pips. So maybe I should just do it for the sake of getting on something that'll move 1,000 pips. Is that right? You can't hear me? The microphone says it's loud. Oh, I see. So I'm talking over here and not over here. I get you. Maybe if I just put it in front of me, that might be helpful. Sound is good. All right, what do you want me to talk about next? I'll take requests. You are not alone. So it's nice to see all the ends up. So I just got to try again later. Remember, I'm not trying to pick the bottoms, so I need lift-off and then pullbacks. So anyways.
Use Michelle just echoing word from other European officials as they gather. We want more stability in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Well, Kenneth, of course, I don't know, but perhaps it was just oversold. I mean, we could try to answer that. So let's take a look. We can try to answer that. I don't know if it's going to be focused data or not. Let's see. So let's answer Kenneth's question here. La 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 la. Ma. So Kenneth, you can do this anytime you want, of course. Let's take a look. Okay. All right. So why is the pound so strong? So the first thing you want to do is look at the light gray. And the light gray are long positions. And right now, over the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, there's less longs. Then you want to look at the light one, and there's less bears. So there's since the beginning of September, in fact, the 7th of September, there's just been a decline in overall volume, but less bears. Okay? There's less bulls, but there's even less bears, which this is already a week old. But according to this, what you see on pound has more to do with bearish exits. But again, we're talking about a week ago. So what you might be finding now is that the bulls have been on the sidelines waiting for the herd to thin, and now the bulls are entering. We don't see that because that data is a week old that I just showed you. But it shows you this part was very bearish, and then there was less bears, and now we might have more bulls in a market with less bears. Okay? And we call that a change of trend. So right now, one of the things you'd assume is somewhere around here, and then later on, somewhere around here, you'll get sort of like this. Okay? Well, Mike says, yeah, well, it's going to be post-Brexit negotiations and stuff. Yeah, but we know all that. All that existed. Now you might say, well, we didn't know it was going to go bad. Well, of course we did, dude. So that's just part of that game. I got to change the milk in the coffee machine. Sometimes it doesn't hold. The coffee is thick this morning. Like, got to change out the milk in the coffee machine. So did you get that, Kenneth? Was that helpful? This might just be the price. It just might be cheap. Okay? That's all. It might be, it was too expensive up here, and now it's a deal down there. Okay? Right? So here's the Ferrari for $300,000. You're like, no way. And here it is for $200,000. You're like, oh, really? Right? Everything has its price. But what we know as a factual base is it began with less bulls, and now we might be adding bulls back. Okay? Which is another way of saying resumption of trend. Whoever bought this is buying again. Okay? Or you can say this role reversal. Right? Like, there's just stuff going on here. This is why you got to have a bigger point of view, because this should be going up to, I'd say, 140 and higher. So we're below 130. So there's at least 1,000 pips on pound dollar and at least 1,000 pips on pound yen if you're a bull. Okay? Why is it that you need equity? Yep. Well, it comes down to, Aisha, is just the pullback. Pullback. You're always looking for pullbacks. Pullback, pullback, pullback. Okay. So, like, we could look at pound Swissy, for example. What do you think? What do you think of this trade? I have to get rid of that. What do you think of this trade? Up, 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 down, down, buy. You like that one? Your customer says it's hard to be a bull with Brexit news and COVID. Yes and no. First of all, don't look at news. News is not fundamental. So yes and no. And the problem with many people who watch the news to make decisions, they think, like they'll say, X equals bad. And that's not what we're doing. That's not what Forex is. First of all, Forex is relative. Also, Forex is forward-looking. X has to do with monetary policy, money supply, so on and so forth. So you might say COVID bad. Okay, I can't argue that COVID's good, but it's the central bank's response to COVID, and they may stimulate through some sort of policy. So let's just say policy now. So the central bank comes out because of COVID and issues a new policy. So things are really bad because of COVID, but the pound goes up because of the central bank's new policy in response to X being bad, which drives up the value of the pound. So if you watch a YouTube guru that focuses on the news and he's listening to the news and instantly translates that into, ooh, that's bad, pound down, they don't understand the full picture. That will work some of the time, but the long term is impacted directly by new policies and changes of policies by the central bank. And that's what we do. Okay? So COVID is bad, agreed, but that could create good market conditions. All right? So don't think binary. That was bad, so it's bad. No. It's you have to think about the next step. What's the consequence of that? Okay? Okay? You're going to trade that on dollar, USD? Okay. So I already have this marked up. Even though we haven't looked at this one in weeks, I already have it marked up. So there's that. I'm not sure what you want to, like, which you trade it against. I suppose if it depends if you're a bull or a bear. But right now, all the yens are weak. Like, it's pretty risk on right now, although you can see most of these trades are ready to turn. Like if you're a bear, oh my God, you must be hot to go HOTTOGO. Okay? This is ridiculously bearish. That's why it's interesting to a bull if it doesn't drop. See, a bull is wanting this, and there's two challenges, right? There's two places a bear is going to sell. They're going to sell right here, and they're going to sell right here. So this is a whole sell zone. So this doesn't tell you to sell. You should already know if you're a bear and that you want to sell there. Okay? You understand? You should already know that this is a sell zone. And if you are a bear, you're going to take it down. So to a bull, buying up here is too late. You're way late. But it'll be very interesting if it doesn't fall. That's the big news here. If it doesn't fall, it has a lot of meaning. Okay? But if you're a bear, sell it, done. Not complicated. If a pullback is in a buy zone, but not 382 to 50%, what reason? Well, the buy zone is 382 to 618. The problem with Fibonacci is it's subjective, so I don't really use it that much. I mean, I don't not use it. That's a great double negative. But there's always something else too. Okay. Okay, what else? How else can I help you? How can I contribute more today? Yeah, actually I haven't checked out 10-year. Hang on. Well, I probably have it on Trade the News, don't I? Am I not running Trade the News anymore? Oh, I see it. It's on a different... Hang on. I think they publish it here. We'll take a look. I haven't been paying attention to the 10-year for a bit. 0.7. Okay. Okay, 0.7. No. So that's pretty stable. S&P is still not quite open, right? New Trader says, well, how does that affect FX? Well, bonds and treasuries are huge for Forex. Because the only reason you'd buy a 10-year investment that pays you less than 1% is you're not that confident in your other choices. So that, right? Also, if foreigners are buying the 10-year, then the dollar strengthens. So you know if they're buying when interest rates fall. So as interest rates fall in the United States, then the USD goes up because many foreigners are buying, pushing up prices, pushing down yields. And of course, if they're buying, they have to convert their local currency into dollar, which pushes up demand for the dollar and the value of the dollar, right? So it's massive. The news here, though, is probably 2 months ago, we were at 0.5. And now we're at 0.7. So, interest rates have gone up 38% in 6 months. Which means the stock market's probably going up. Cool. Which means the dollar's probably weak. Great. But do you guys remember the exact moment in time I told you to get ready for this? I said I'm poised to sell the US dollar for the next 5 years. And since then, interest rates have gone up by almost 40% in the United States of America. From that moment in time, that was the dead bottom. Hey, you're welcome.
Yes, Congress President confirming that U.S. TikTok ban will not go into effect pending legal steps.
So, new trader says, so if interest rates are going up, that would push the dollar up. Wrong. You need to take the fundamentals course. You don't get it. So I could just tell you the answer, but that doesn't help you if you don't understand. Okay? But you couldn't be more wrong. If you were more wrong, you'd be closer to being right. So, no offense, but you just got to get on it. Right? That's it. No, Mike. This was like 4 months ago. 3 months ago, probably. 3 months ago, I said, because of what I just saw the Fed say and do, my outlook has gone from dollar bull to dollar bear, and it'll likely be for 5 years or more, unless something changes like COVID 2.0, COVID 3.0. Those are exogenous shocks, not central banking policy. So if we have another exogenous shock, then okay, forget it. I mean, you have to adjust. But all else being equal, if it was just based on macroeconomics and central banking policy, then I got that locked up. Hardcore, done. I know where I fit in the universe. Okay? Yeah, it was May. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't even know what month it is. May, June, July, August. Oh, I'm sorry. It was 4 months ago. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mahir says, yeah, he noticed when I said that, but now only understands after reading my book, knowing the why behind the what. Yeah, that's a good start, right? And I hope I do a good job of explaining the why. To me, it's much more interesting than the what. What to do, that's your decision. XX wants to know. No, I'm not going to tell you. Okay. So non-farm payrolls tomorrow. I'll be at fxstreet.com. Awesome, Mr. Button. I highly suggest once you're done the book that you take the courses and do it while it's still cheap. But Mr. Button and to everyone else who's just reading my book now, I want you to understand probably one of the greatest values, value as far as lessons are concerned, is that I still trade the same way. Like, think of it, right? It's been 14 years, maybe more, and I still trade the same way. That's what you should walk away with. Like, oh my God. Like it's not like some cool, fun strategy of the week or of the month. It's like, oh my God, this is the same stuff. Yeah, it's enough. It's enough. Kyle says, Wayne, you said trading futures contracts, I had to pay more in taxes. How is that? They're taxed differently. So if you buy stock, the stock market, stock indexes, I'll just put index, like the S&P 500. So let's say you buy stocks, you buy the S&P 500, you hedge with an option strategy, and you trade Forex. Oh, and you invest into some physical gold. Okay? You're treated like this is a business, this is a business, this is a business, this is a business, and this is a business. And not only are they individual businesses, but they each have a different tax treatment. So taxes A, taxes B, taxes C, taxes D, taxes E. They all have different calculations and have to be done differently with different forms and all that kind of stuff. Okay? So that year, I overpaid my taxes by more than $150,000. Oh, thank you, Barry. Barry smoked a fat cigar in my name yesterday. Awesome. I was with you spiritually, Barry. I was actually thinking about smoking a cigar yesterday. I might gather the strength and do it today. So, guys, I made first of all, I paid a lot in taxes. As you can imagine, if I accidentally paid $150,000 more than I should have, how much taxes did I pay? So I got a tax rebate for $150,000. It wasn't exactly 150. It was probably more than 150. Oh, look, there's a baby deer outside my office eating my azaleas. What do you do? Oh, there's the other one down there eating my other azaleas. Wow. Anyways, help, I'm being attacked by baby deer. Anyways, so it was more than that. But I got 50. I got something back from Georgia. I got something back from California. I got something back from the feds, and it was totaled more than 150. I actually got an IOU from California. California has told me I overpaid my taxes by $50,000. Shows you how high taxes are in California. I was paying the maximum, right? I was paying the same as Larry Brin. We were paying the same tax rate. So anyways, the state of California told me they owed me $50,000 in a rebate, except they didn't have the money. So I got an IOU for $50,000 from the state of California, and I got a check from the feds for more than six figures, and they didn't pay me any interest on that. So the point here is, I pay a lot in taxes. Not bad for a foreigner in this beautiful country. I contribute. I pay way more taxes than the average person, and I don't complain. And two, I've created a few Americans, so I've increased the tax base. Okay? So anyways, I've contributed to the success of this country. But having looked at what the hell went wrong that year, I realized that my taxes were way too complicated. Way too complicated. My taxes were like a small book. It was more than 100 pages. Really ridiculous. I had to file like extensions 4 times just to get the taxes done because they were so complicated. So after that happened to me, I realized I needed to make a change. And I realized instead of trading individual stocks and stock indices, and then some options, and then Forex, and then physical, assets, I realized that they're all very highly correlated. Yeah, Pure Mathematics says something. Pure Mathematics says rich pay less taxes in America. Oh, yeah, my percentage of income was very, very, very small. As a percentage, it was minuscule. Like really ridiculous. But the absolute total, if the norm, I pay a lot more as an absolute number, but as a percentage of income, it was tiny. It was laughable. Okay, so yeah. But anyways, when I realized all these trades were highly correlated, I had to look at them and what is the best way, which trade gets the best tax treatment. And, well, first of all, on top of that, which is the best really to trade. So this is not mark to market, so that's dumb. I don't like options, although they can be good. I don't like them as the speculative tool. I like them as a hedge. But then I like futures, but I don't know. So I'm just not an options guy. I could, but I'm not. So I looked at that. Gold, like physical assets, you have to store somewhere, so the carrying costs are too hard. So like indices, can I just trade the dollar index versus Forex? Well, I get higher leverage, I get mark to market, and I get better tax treatment. So I canceled all this out. And by far the best thing I could possibly trade is Forex, because I could trade based on like the direction I think gold is going to go. I can sort of hedge it if I wanted. So it's not really an options play. I can take advantage of the same powers that push the stock market up or down, or the dollar index up or down, because it's not just the S&P 500 I'm talking about indices. So I can create my own indices like I showed you. I can create my own pound indices, my own yen indices, my own Swiss franc indices. I can trade the same direction, the same forces that push the S&P 500 up. I can trade through the yens, through the dollars, through the value of the euro. Euro-yen, for example, back when I did this analysis, was almost 1-for-1 correlated, down to the minute. If the S&P 500 turned north, the euro-yen turned north a minute before the S&P 500. So back then, it was almost a 1-for-1 correlation that I could trade the S&P 500 through Forex. And then, of course, stocks are stocks, and they don't have any of the awesome benefits. Like, the number one thing has got to be the mark-to-market issue. So then I looked at all of this and said, oh, my God, I can trade all of these strategies through Forex, get higher leverage, get mark-to-market, get pure liquidity, and the best tax treatment of them all, because the government, you know, the one thing they do understand is, as a Forex trader, money is my product, money is my service. Money is treated in Forex like it's your inventory. So I got rid of all the noise and I just trade Forex. And I can trade everything else there mentally, everything else, the stock market, the gold market, the energy complex, you know, macroeconomics, indices. They're all there on the charts. And I trade them through my Forex account. And so now the complexity, which mean of my taxes have fallen, which means the cost. So instead of spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars having tax attorneys, bookkeepers, and accountants all work together on my taxes, now it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So my cost, because the complexity went down, the cost went down, but then again, the actual tax treatment that I'm given is significantly better than everything else. So it makes a lot more sense. So now I file my taxes on time instead of filing in November, which was pretty normal. Taxes are due in March, but you file an extension, then you file an extension, then you file an extension. It took that long to do my taxes. Right? It took them 6 months to calculate them. So now it's easy and my taxes are done without extensions. Isn't that nice? So I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've been there. I've done that. You know, been there, done that. Learned the hard way, I suppose, but that's why I'm here to share. Excuse me. All right, so it's 9 o'clock in the a.m. Stock market's going to be opening soon. Tomorrow I will be at FX Street, not the YouTube channel, but FXStreet.com. If you're going to trade non-farm payrolls live with me, I've been doing that webinar for close to 15 years. I think it's more than 14 and a half years. Do commodities fall under Forex? Not commodity futures and not physical commodities. Your XAU and your so let's go back to here. Let me just comment on this. Your XAU, your WTI, they're currency derivatives of those things. So they're not physical oil. You're not buying a barrel of oil. Nor if you held your WTI too long would you have to take delivery. They're not futures, they're not CFDs, they're not physical assets. These are some sort of currency derivative of those assets. How does that actually work? Actually, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because you're trading them like a currency. So as far as the government's concerned, you buy WTI crude on your trading account. That's a currency. Okay? XAU.USD, that is not actually gold. It's not physical gold. It's not gold futures. There's no rollover. There's no expiration. There's no delivery. It's some sort of derivative. Okay? So yes, so if you're going to trade non-farm payrolls live with me, you have to go to FXStreet.com. Someone couldn't figure that out last week. They're like, I'm at FX Street, but it doesn't say it's on YouTube. How do I get to the webinar? How about go to the website? Yeah. Go to the website. Visited by millions and millions of people every month. Yeah, it'll be there. Okay. When you go to FX Street, what do I click on? I don't know. And if you can't find it, send them an email and say, what the heck, FX Street? Okay. Yeah. Probably Ideally, they promote it. I don't know what they're doing, but I would imagine maybe they might promote it. I don't know. We can just look at it now. I used to be a big shot there now, and I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I don't know if they love me anymore. I was Speaker of the Year. Videos, group analysis, news, rates. Yeah, they basically. Oh, here I am. Yeah. So you click on videos. And then here, 174th month. So I guess I'll just give this to you. You're going to be on the beach? Good job, man. So the funny thing, here's the inside thing. You see this building I'm leaning against? That's actually the FXCM building on Water Street. And it was funny because I just popped into town quickly and literally flew in by helicopter. So I landed on Wall Street and stuff. But the night before, earlier in the morning, I'd pinged Kicklighter. I forget his first name. And I'm like, hey man, I'm going to be in town, and I'm doing something, and we should meet up. I forget what it was. I'm going to be in your neck of the woods. We should meet up, because I used to know the people at FXCM, and then he kind of took over Daily FX and stuff. And he was like, oh, it was John, right? And John's like, no, I don't have time to meet you. Okay, fine. So anyways, I'm there, and I have a whole crew of I have a photographer, and they set up light boxes and stuff. We're on the street, and I'm leaning against Water Street. And in fact, yeah, so anyway, so I'm leaning against the building, and there's a camera crew and light boxes. And so tourists are walking by, and they're like, oh, look, somebody famous. So a crowd sets up around the photo shoot. And there's a crowd of people. And they're like, who is that? And they're like, I think it's Tom Cruise. And someone else said, no, it's Brad Pitt. And so anyways, this is all going on. And then sure enough, John Kicklighter and someone else from his office, they're walking by, and they got their Starbucks latte. And they look over, and I could see it in his eyes. He's walking, like he's not walking over to say hi. He's walking past, and he's looking, and he's like, is that Wayne? And I'm like, what's up, Johnny? Anyways, it's funny. So that's me leaning against the FXCM building, having a photo shoot after they said no to meeting with me, which was just funny. It was a good day. And then just down the street, I guess that's why I was there. Just down the street was, I don't know if you guys remember Forex Television. So I was doing a Forex TV interview as well. So I got in the photo shoot, and then I wanted to meet with FXCM. I can't remember. They're going through that transition, but I guess I probably shouldn't give the back scoop on stuff. But so anyways, I don't think he was happy with me, but for good reason. And then down the street and then what else did I do that day? Oh, yeah, that's right. I met with a whole bunch of FX boot campers, and we met up for cigars. And then I got back in the helicopter and flew home. Cool. So anyways, there's the backstory of that building. So I will see you tomorrow then. And if not, have a wonderful weekend. And, if you're in my live group, we meet tonight for our group work. So if you're in my live group, we are meeting at 4 p.m., and last week was, I thought, pretty awesome. And so we're going to do something similar today, more technical analysis. and more group work. Okay, so don't forget that. To get into the group, it's pretty simple. You go to fxbootcamp.com. You pull out a credit card and you sign up for all the training courses. It says 35 hours, but don't be shocked if there's 50. And then once you're in that, because it's assuming you're going through and you're learning, you also have the opportunity to unlock access to the live group. So it's understood that you're going through the video training courses and attending the live group at the same time. But the interesting thing about this is it's not just me and a bunch of new people. Also very, very skilled traders going through the advanced programs, learning how to be professional money managers. They're also in this group. So there's a mix of newbies that are learning the basics or trying to put together all the complexity of all the different things together. Meanwhile, with other people that are well on their way to becoming professionals, and we all meet together as a group, and we do a lot of group work and group discussions and fundamental analysis and stuff like that. So, fxbootcamp.com. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and I will see you either later today or tomorrow or Monday. So peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average.